Yes? So, if we look at the first exercise, if you look at the first exercise, it says if AOC equals 118 degrees, AOC, there is a roof on top of the letter O. That means that angle is 118 degrees, that specific angle. So AOC the angle at O is 118 degrees. We're looking at AOC. There's a hat in front or on top of O. So 180 belongs to O. In exercises, you will not always find a roof on O. That means if it's written the angle of AOC is 20 degrees, you should know in advance it's the one in the middle. The angle pertains to the one in the middle. To illustrate what I mean, if something like this is written, you know in advance the angle of A is 45 degrees. That's what I mean. It's always the one in the middle belongs to that degree. Yes? So it's not the first one or the last. It's the one in the middle, always. Sometimes they put a roof, sometimes they don't. So you have to be prepared for the exam. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So, if AOC were to be 118 degrees, keyword find ABC. If this is 118 degrees, find this angle. If this is 118, what is the angle of B? The angle of B is half the angle of O. Yes? Why is it half? The same rules apply to different measurements. Remember, you have the same rule. As we proceed, you're going to combine different rules. So, make this one is the easiest one, and then you have to combine others. It starts easy. Afterwards, you will get stuff like this. So you have to know what you're doing. As we progress, it will become more difficult. So you decide whether I have to love you more or love you less. And I definitely want to love you more. So, what is the first rule? You have 2 points on the circumference. 2 points. Both of them extend to the center. I have 2 points. They extend to the center, and the other 2 points extend to another part on the circle. That means the angle between these two is double the angle inside. We look at a different type of triangle. 2 points on the circle, 2 points on the circle, extend to the center, and then these 2 points extend to another part of the circle. So it starts with 2 points extending to the center, and then these 2 same points extend to another part on the circle. So what happens? The angle outside is double the angle on the inside. 2 points, again, 2 points on the circle. Do not forget, they have to be on the circle. I'm definitely going to create more rules, definitely. So, I will definitely see some of you, since I have to treat you like 5-year-olds. Yes. Which one? It's not on scale. It's not on scale. Scale means it's not 1 to 1. So if this is 2, that's not 1. It's more or less. Yes? So, the first one. AOC. This is 180. 2 dots, 2 points on the circle, extending to the center. Those 2 same points extending to another point on the circle. That means this angle is double of that angle. So if this is 118, what is this angle? 59. That is correct. All right. And then the next one, ADC. ADC. So which angle do I want? This. How do I get to this angle? That's the question. How can I get to the angle of D? This will be homework, so if it's wrong, remember, there's the list. Yes. It's there. Yes. This is where chapter 7.1 comes into play again. So, day is up. C and D. So, what was the first rule? If this is 118, the angle of B is half of the angle of O. You have to know also how to write it. So the angle of B is half the angle of O. So a half times 118 equals 59 degrees. Now, we have 59, we have 118. And then they would like to know, well, what is that angle then? Simple. A circle has how many degrees? I have 118 of that 360, which is here. So that angle is 360. Subtract 118. Then we have 2, 4 degrees. So this angle is 242 degrees. And it looks awfully similar to the one we just made. The only difference is it's upside down. I have 2 points extending to the center, those same 2 points extending to another point on the circle. So that means this angle is double of this angle. So how do I get to this angle? Half of that. All right. That is one. As we proceed, other side, what other? O was 60?
Yeah, it's O was 60, for example. It's like a circle, it's like a part of a circle.
Correct.
So divide that by 2 would be or like the angle that.
Correct. So, this is the first rule. We have 4 to 5 more to go. 4 to 5. Each more complicated than the first. There you get another one, B. If ABC was 83, ABC, if this angle is 83, what is the angle of AOC? I have 2 points on the arc extending to the center, and those 2 same points extending to the arc. So if this is 83, O is double of that 83. Meaning 83 multiplied by 2, 166. That is the angle of AOC. We keep applying the same rules. When we move over to 3, you will get something that will confuse your mind, and you should be able to see it. It's the same shape. You do not need to look at the other lines. Do not worry about the other lines. So if O was 50, if this here was 50, and they asked what was the angle of B, you would know immediately the angle would be 25. You would know immediately. 2 points extending to the center, those same points extending to the edge of the arc. So what does that mean? The angle of here is double the angle on the inside. You keep applying the same rules over and over again. So, homework.